Okay, so for today, you'll work through a few things, and in this video I'm going to talk you through what to do, stop it, to give you time to work through that portion, and then give you some more instructions for the next piece. So if you think about the last class, we ended class making some ideas. We did the Save the King challenge, and then asked for some of your thoughts with regard to these couple questions. So we ended with what did teamwork look like? So we had these different points of didn't argue, divided work, shared ideas, motivated, everyone had a job and carried it out, encouraging each other, agreed on a strategy, and worked together, worked as one. So what we want to do then is take these ideas and create a group contract, because remember, the groups that you're in it's going to be a long-term time of being together. And so there is a pad of big post-it paper. It looks a lot like this. And so what you want to do is take some markers and create a group contract. So on the back, make sure you're writing on the side, on the back of the paper, because you're going to use the front for something else. On the back of the paper, you want to include everybody's names. The top 3 points, meaning these bullet points that as a group you can agree that you will uphold each other to do. So if you have that group member who isn't pulling their weight, or there's some conflict, we can revisit this group contract. So pick out 3 that as a group you feel are most important. That's the top 3 points, and then signatures of all your members at the bottom. So that's the first thing you want to do. It should take about 10 minutes. So I'm going to pause the video here so you can get the paper, grab a marker, and think about which of these 3 points you want to focus on. So here are the points in case you need to look at them again. But pause the video here to do your group contract. Okay, so now that your contract is good to go, I'm going to introduce you to your problem or the topic. So just watch this and we'll show you what to do next.
Stephen Hawking, astrophysicist and arguably one of the smartest people on the planet, warned us about the possibility of aliens from outer space.
Hawking says that if extraterrestrials visit us, the outcome might be similar to when Columbus landed in America. In other words, it didn't turn out too well for Native Americans.
Object 07/493 was first spotted just beyond Jupiter's orbit by the Space Guard program. It's moving at speeds of up to 3 × 10⁷ meters per second. It was projected to pass millions of miles outside of Earth's orbit. However, we soon discovered its path was recalculated. Impact in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Striking news. The whole world is watching. The course of human history is changed today.
This is not a test. This is an emergency broadcast transmission.
We're going to stay on the air for as long as possible.
We're seeing heavily armed forces being deployed. Every man make himself and his country hard. Be brave! Be brave! Be brave!
Are we gonna die?
I will never let that happen, do you hear me? Never.
We're under attack! What we just witnessed come out of the ocean. 12 different locations across the globe were breached.
There are massive casualties in Moscow, Paris. We lost communications with Tokyo, Rio, Look. Thank God. We will be united in our common interest. And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday. It is the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. Heard a fire. Sir, which way?
Alright, so to add to what you just saw and give you a little bit more of a description, the first airstrikes began at daybreak. Initially, the news and media said that the fireballs coming from the sky were meteorites. It was later discovered that they were in fact organic transportation pods which paved a path of destruction as they transported their passengers to their strategically positioned landing site. Following a day of airstrikes and ground attacks, it was clear that planet Earth was under attack. The preliminary attacks had caused a lot of damage to the infrastructure throughout the city. Roads could no longer be used to get in and out of the city. Many buildings had been destroyed by the alien attack. Some of these included key government buildings and research facilities. It was as if they knew our weaknesses. Many top scientists had lost their lives. They were asking for help from anybody that knew about science or had studied biology. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Armed Forces has requested your help in fighting the enemy aliens that are attacking planet Earth. So this is your mission. You are to form a team of scientists that will work with the U.S. Army to understand more about the alien life that is attacking planet Earth and establish a way to save the Earth from total extinction. So this is your topic. This is where we're headed. So you want to think about ways of, given this alien invasion, what do we do about it to save humanity? So to think about our problem a little bit more, what you want to do is on the front of that Post-it, on the front of the paper that you made your group contract, you want to make a T-chart. So something that looks like this. On one side you want to write no, on the other side you want to write need to know. So think about the problem. Alien invasions have taken over the Earth. What do you already know? What information was given to you? Remember, these are facts, things that you observed. And what do you need to know? If the goal is to get rid of this alien life and save humankind, what are some important things that we need to know in order to do that? So think about that. I'm going to pause the video here so you have time to do that, but you really want to think about, what is it that, what information would be helpful? What information would be useful to then move forward and ultimately design a way of getting rid of our aliens. Okay, so take some time, and you want to do this using Post-it notes. So write out a Post-it note, stick it on one of these two columns, and you want to work your way down. So work together and write on the Post-it notes, stick those on either the no column or the need to know column. Okay, so once you have your no need to know, chart, you can put that off to the side. So as we go along and we learn new information, we want to think about what's important moving forward in order to keep good information and keep everything organized and together. Each of you will receive a composition notebook. Looks like this. This is going to be our research notebook, our lab book. As we go through it and do labs, we're going to keep track of our information. That ultimately helps us with thinking about designing a way of defeating our aliens. So the composition books are in the front, so make sure that you are given one, write your name in it, and then I'll go on to the next thing. So take about 5 minutes, grab these, again, write your name on it. It's going to be really important that you bring these to class every day. Then I'll explain what it is we're going to do with that today. Alright, so everybody has their notebook, everybody has their name in their notebook. So today we are going to just dive into it. So in order to access the first part of what you're doing, you want to go into Canvas. And in Canvas, if you go into modules, there is a module that's called Alien Invasion. So you want to go to that. So Alien Invasion. A couple of things here. We want to first give you some extra information, and so part of this is the alien tissue slides. If you open that, it's going to give you a little bit more information. And so if we open this up, we can see that apparent alien tissue is complex, so we were able to get a piece of the tissue, look at it under a microscope, and get some information that way. So this is what we see. When we break it down even further, we can see that we're starting to see the cell structures. So if we can use this to help us gain some information. So you have the tissue slides as one part of your module. You also have problem 1, and this is what we're going to focus on today and what you're going to be working with today. So if we open problem 1, so you've been tasked with solving the mystery of alien life. You have seen the cell and its structures, but in order to proceed, you need to gain some background information. So record the following information in your notebook. So you have your notebook. I would label it with problem 1. And then we just want to get some background. We can see the cell. We're going to see are there any similar structures between the alien cell and cells of any other known life that maybe we could draw some comparisons. And so you want to go to this, go into modules. This is actually called Alien Invasion. And then sources for problem 1. Once the research is complete, answer the following questions in your lab notebook. So once you've gone and you've looked at functions of these different organelles, you want to try to find relatedness. Can it be classified? Can we base this off any known life that we have on Earth? And so you have, that's your problem 1 that goes in the lab notebook. And the last thing are some sources. So this will give you some guidance as to where to find this information, so you're not just Googling. It's a mixture of Gale resources, videos, and so you can use this. So we have ground soldiers were in pursuit of an alien life form. They have still not had a visual, but what it looks like, but they did manage to wound one of the aliens as it fled the scene. You and your team have a tissue sample of the alien. That's the slides. The U.S. government wants to know what the alien is made of. If they can work out what type of cells it has, they might have a better understanding of where it came from. So you have these sources, you have the slides, you can go back and reference, but you want to be working on problem 1 in your notebook. Okay? So that's where you want to go from here. Good luck, and whatever you don't finish, we will look at next week. This is not homework. And one other thing, this is individual, so this is not something you want to divide and conquer with your group. This is on your own, so take your time, find good information. It will only help you as we move on.